Okay, so talking about key system emulation. If anybody has ever ran into retail shops, um, basically shops with counters, auto parts, those types of things, they have, generally speaking, they have, and doctors' offices use this quite a bit as well, have what's called a key system. It's a telephone system that essentially enables the people who are receiving calls to um, place them on hold or park those calls on a button that then blinks, and any of the other phones on the parts counter can actually go and see that there's a call parked, press that park button, and retrieve the call. Um, they also get used oftentimes in like grocery store or convenience store scenarios where they'll, maybe a call comes in, they'll park the call and tell somebody that they have a call on line one. So that then line one sits there and flashes for the person to go ahead and pick that phone up. So having a hosted phone system emulate a key system can be an important thing, particularly when we're trying to migrate folks who have that, who like that functionality and have to have it. So what I'm going to show is just kind of a couple of devices, how you get configured, and then I'll show you what the what it looks like actually on the devices as I stitch in a separate kind of external video. So to configure that, I've got a couple of devices or a couple of users here in our own WebEx instance that have this capability set up. One of them's me. So just to kind of show you how to do this. So on any device, you'll have several the hard keys along the side of the screen that can be speed dials that can show you presence of individuals. You'll have your primary line appearance and any shared or secondary line appearances that you choose to have on there. But you can also have these parked keys. And so how to enable it in the control hub is to simply come down here to come into the user calling, and then down into monitoring. And we've created three park keys or three park extensions in the control hub down here in the calling services. And so these are used to park calls to, and this is what I want showing up on the phone screen. So I have these in, and then I've configured my device to also look like that on the device's screen. So I'm going to just show you what this looks like in here as well. So if I come to my specific 8865 phone device, you can see that I've got three primary line appearances here to just give myself the ability to have a couple of back lines if calls come in. I've got a speed dial to dial in the SD-WAN demo, the journey phone as I call it, or our contact center demo. And then I've got three open lines, which is where those park lines will appear. And I'll show you here as we preview the layout. This actually will preview exactly what the phone will look like. My three line appearances, SD-WAN demo, and then we've got the Park 1, Park 2, and Park 3 over here on the right-hand side. And so I've configured another user's phone, which just happens to be sitting here with me as well, so I can demonstrate what that looks like and how that works. So yeah, so anyway, let's take a look and see what that looks like with on the phones themselves. Okay, so now we're on the device that you saw configured in the control hub, where it displays the line appearances and the speed dial keys and then the park keys. When a call comes into this phone and gets answered, you're able to decide what to do, whether, if it needs to be parked or what have you. But for the sake of this demonstration, I'm going to park the call on Park 1. You just simply press a button. you hear an audible tone that the call is being parked, and then it gets parked on park key 5000, which is what was configured in the control hub. So now you've got a blinking light for that specific um, extension. And then if we were to come to another phone within the organization that even has a different DID, maybe it has a different DID or a different extension, and you look at it, you can see the same scenario over here. You can see the park line 1 is blinking, and the call can be retrieved from this device by just pressing that, and then the call is now connected to the phone, to this phone. So that is how key system emulation works within WebEx. It's very easy to set up and works great.